Alright, the purpose of this video is to show you the differences between the new iPhone app and the old iPhone app. So you see I just launched it. The old one is on the left, the new one is on the right. What you'll see on the one on the right is we've made quite a few changes, which obviously I'm going to go through, but I wanted to put a side by side just to show exactly what the differences are. So you probably can't read the little hint screen, so I'm going to walk you through it. First, when we're looking at the home screens, the homepage screens, you'll notice that we've got a lot more options on the new one to the right. You've got your new and used right at the top, and you can search by dealers. On the existing one, you have find a vehicle, find a dealer, but you don't have a lot of other options. So let's go through the other options on the new one. You can now search by type, you can search by make, you can do max price, location, or sort by any distance. Now you can do a lot of these things on the existing app, but honestly it's not as touch friendly, and we want to capitalize on the touch capabilities of these types of devices, specifically the iPhone app. You'll see that you can select type on the existing one, and you can also select type on the new one. Now what we've done, if you notice, on the existing one we're only using half the screen. On the new one we're using the full screen and what Apple calls the address view, because it alphabetizes things so you can easily pick. So we're going to go ahead and pick a sport bike on the new one. The existing one we can do something similar. One disclaimer I do need to make is that the new one is using the dev database, so it's going to be a little bit slower. You'll see the radius is next. This is done by a slider on the existing one. We'll get to the radius on the other one. So now let's look at a really big difference, make. As you'll notice, on the existing one, you can't even select a make at all. This is a big addition that we've made to the new one. So I'm going to go ahead and select Ducati. Again, can't select it on the existing app. You can do condition, new and used, which again, it's on the top on the new one, right here on the old one. Min and max price, here's price right here. Again, capitalizing on the full screen instead of, again, these kind of slot machine type views, which they're not bad, but if you think about it, it's better to make it a lot more touch friendly. So we'll select just any for the price. 1 second. And then min and max year. We don't even have year at all for this one. Just, once you get to the search results screen, you can flip through content so easily, it really doesn't make sense to have that. Location, this is another big one. We can now do any, which for the existing we may be able to do any. No, it only goes 250. So that's another big one that we found that needed to be added based off feedback, quite frankly, from the iPad app. So let's go ahead and execute a search. Allowing location. Now we should pull back something. You'll see the new one has some data on it already. All right, so let's look at this screen for a moment. What you'll notice differently, the layout of the search results hasn't changed a lot, but we have this refined now at the top. So that pulls up the ability to, in the Ducatis, to look at all the ones that we have available, and you can even do a search on the ones that were returned. So that was for Hypermotard if you wanted to do that. So let's see. We'll pick that. I don't know if it's going to bring back any results or not, but let's find out. Yeah, it did. All right, so we'll pick the Honda over here on the, actually let's pick one with the photo. Pick the Honda on the left, and then we'll pick one of the ones that was returned. Let's see if I can find one with price and a photo. All right, so you'll notice here some other big differences. If you look at the add detail page, a little bit more unified, a lot more unified actually. You'll see over here, buttons a little scattered. If one is missing, it kind of looks like it's got a tooth missing. But now we've got photos here, a nice big call button instead of the actual number. It's a little more touch friendly. Viewing additional photos, nice view. Here's another quick addition. You can save an image or send it to Facebook or Twitter. It's kind of cool. And then if you go down, so you'll see now too that the dealer's name and information is a little more prominent. Over here on the left, you'll see it's a little smaller. And then we just organize the information a little bit better. Vehicle description, well now you got the dealer's name, you can call again, same action as before. View map and get directions, let's jump in there real quick. So as it's loading, this allows the user to, again, see kind of location. You tap this button down here on the left. We've got to make that a little bit more clear, but you'll see you can get the driving directions. So we'll go back to the add detail. And one other big, huge addition one of the last things I wanted to chat about is the dealer's inventory. Now, as you'll see here on the left, you don't even have an option to see Bayside's additional inventory. We've added this, we've added the dealer's logo. Again, you can contact the dealer here. You'll see it's really closely matches what we do on the website. The dealer has a full-fledged gallery with all of their inventory being pulled back. Pretty awesome changes that I think will not only help users but also help our dealers. You know, I think that their inventory is the detail is more clear. They have all their inventory under their name. They have their logo. Just some good presence for them. You also see you have calculate payments, which is something that is in the original one, but it's just not that clear. So that's kind of a quick walkthrough. We will be making, I think, a more professional video for maybe our users once it does launch. And we're slated to launch, we hope, around maybe next week. Definitely before the end of January, because we want it to correspond with the show that's coming up during that time. So, again, I'll be putting this video up. I wanted to show it during our meeting. Maybe a little choppy over Nepsis. So, again, I'll be sending a link to it that you can check out when you get a chance. All right? Thanks.